Hi, my name's Rice. Welcome back to VHS Play, where we are playing Final Fantasy VI and recording it all on VHS. Hey, last time we went through Narsh and got ourselves a new party member who's not in this party. It's fine. So yeah, real quick, let's just cover some things. So this is roughly the last save I had. At the end of last episode, I ended up not saving because I needed essentially a 1 in 3 chance to play out, and it didn't. So I've gone back, redone those things, had that 1 in 3 chance play out, which means that now not only does Celeste have one of these Minerva armors, which is super good. Terra has one as well, and those are the only two that can wear that armor, so those are the only two Minervas I need. Well, hey, let's actually just do a quick rundown of people's stuff right now. Also, you may have noticed, says 56 hours and some minutes, and this says 66 hours and some minutes. Close enough to like 10 hours of me just doing quiet grinding on my own. You'll notice I gained a level here that was just like, I was like right on the cusp of leveling, so it just kind of happened while I was doing some things, doing some fights to unlock rages. So, well, hey, since we have Gao with us, let's just take a quick trip down his rage list. It's getting a lot more full these days. So, well, hey, that's where that 10 hours went. It also went into this other thing. So we also at some point picked up a curse shield, and I explained how the curse works. It's essentially you have to do 256 combat in order to uncurse the shield. So this was all like out on the Veldt, just spending time with trying to get rages. There's still a lot of rages I don't have that I do actually have access to, and it's frustrating at best. Anyhow, so well, hey, we have we have a lot of things. I did a lot of stuff in those 10 hours, honestly. We now have a tortoise shield, which we'll get there. We're just going to throw a buckler onto. We also have these Genji helmets. We also have these snow mufflers. We also have this titanium. Okay, we're just going to let's just. Sorry, Mog, you're the guinea pig here. Okay, so spent a lot of time at the Coliseum doing those sorts of things. So uncurse the curse shield. It became the paladin shield. Houses a hero's soul. Great. Absorbs the 4 common elements: ice, lightning, light. No, wait, hold on. What is that first one? Holy. Pearl element is technically what it's called. Pearl, lightning, ice, and fire are absorbed. No effect from water, earth. Still see that earth icon as an arrow. No effect from water, earth, wind, or poison. Also can be used by pretty much everyone. That is a good 18 listed. That's not right. I can math. That's 12 listed characters. That's like every character that we know the name of. There's 2 characters that were not... 2 characters not on that list. One who we have yet to meet. The other being Umaro. Also, this is the important part. This shield teaches Ultima. So this is why you end up taking the Ragnarok sword over the Esper if you're going for like full completion. The Ragnarok Esper teaches Ultima at a ×1 rate. The only other reason to keep it around, essentially, is for its Esper ability, which is weird and unique. It's a thing called Morph. Essentially, if it does very little damage, but if it kills things, it has the chance to turn them into items, basically. And there's some specific like farming strats with that, but ultimately, this shield, as you can see, it's real good. Teaches Ultima, has really good magic and physical defense, has a 40% evade. Again, we don't care about evade, but if we did, plus 40 to evade and also magic block. That 40 on magic block is the important side of that. So, well, hey, that's real good stuff. This Genji helmet. There's a few things that I have turned into Genji helmets. I don't remember what the exact routing of the Colosseum stuff is, but it's just real good defense, real good magic defense. Nothing else to say about it. The Snow Muffler, how cozy! This is the ultimate armor for Mog, Gao, and Umaro. Guess what? We have plenty of them for reasons. We'll get into that in a second, and also it can be used by Umaro. Turns out Umaro comes with one of these already equipped. Absorb Ice, half damage from fire, cool stuff. 128 defense, huge. Magic defense, 90, pretty dang big, and also 10% magic block, great. What else? What else have I done? Oh good, I do have 4 of these. So, Cherub Down will come into play at some point. They're almost useless in my book, but there is like one specific enemy, maybe we'll see it in the near future, that we need those things. Hey, I found a new Tintina bar. I don't remember where from. There's also these things called Marvel Shoes. So, one of the chains of bets at the Colosseum gets Marvel Shoes, which creates various effects. Everybody can use it because it's a relic, whatever. Short version is, it does like 4 different relics worth of things. It does the Cure Ring, so you have regen. It does Shell. It does, what's the other one? I want to say Protect. What is that spell called? Come on. It's somewhere in here. Wait, is that just not a spell? Real safe, there it is. Good lord. It's like, I swear that has to be a spell, right? Okay, so it's safe and shell. So it's safe, shell, haste, and cure, and regen, all on one handy little relic. Also, just to show how many fights I did before I realized that I had uncursed the shield, the answer is 39. So I did like 300 fights, and then realized, wait a minute, Mog no longer has the death timer above his head. The shield's curse is broken. We have a really good shield now. Oh goodness. Okay, let's continue down the trip of things that I have gotten. What are neat and new? Welcome to my collection of things. Sorry for the weird start. I've had 2 hours of sleep, so don't mind me. Okay, so spears. We have Imp Halberd. Question mark, if equipped while an imp. Can be used by anyone, for the most part. Battle power, 253. That's huge, right? So let's go throw that on Mog, because that seems way better than this Partisan. 17? So, here's the thing about... we'll waste a bit of magic. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. So, if Mog were an imp, instead of, you know, a Moogle, all of a sudden his battle power goes up to 255. And then we also have this Tortoise Shield, which does have a 30% block chance. I'm just going to go through it in this menu. So we have this the Tortoise Shield, which has like a 30% block chance, and also like really high defense and magic defense. We have the Titanium, which is next on the list of imp specialized gear. And we have the Imp's Armor, which, as you can see, doesn't have the, it doesn't have the magic block from the Snow Muffler, and it doesn't have the absorb, absorb ice, block fire. However, all this stuff does absorb water. So... Mog now has, like, if Mog were an imp, he has 255 battle power, 255 defense, just beast, 244 magic defense, huge. You know what, why not, let's just go ahead and leave him like this for now and see if Sure. Let's throw a Paladin Shield over here to Gao. Oh, Genji Helmet, just real good flat defense. At this point, we are like hitting the cap on physical defense. We have circlets, which are like really good, add a few stats. Also, just realizing how high Locke's Vigor is getting. Great. So this isn't an option for Mog. The only problem here is, while Mog is an imp, he can't dance, which mixed feelings about that, because the dancing is kind of neat and it can do some cool stuff. However, at the same time, him dancing is kind of like, it takes him out of my control, and that kind of bums me out. The other thing is, he can't cast any magic whatsoever, except for the imp spell. So that's the whole imp armor situation. If we unimp Mog, we're going to have to harvest his gear back, but as you can see, magic defense, still 244, pretty good. Still absorbs water, still has that 42 magic block, but as you can see, his regular defense and his battle power are kaput. Let's go harvest. Let's go harvest things, words. You know what, we're going to downgrade you to a circlet, I think, because while you do gain the benefit of the magic defense, you actually hit defense cap before then. So let's throw that Genji helmet over to Locke, who needs the defense a little bit more since he is running a 2-weapon show. You could also use one of those Genji helmets. Anyway, so yeah, here's the current layout. Celeste is rocking the, like, invulnerability. This has been 10 minutes of me talking about stuff in menus. I'm sorry. This is like all the behind the scenes stuff, and it's just like, oh hey, let me show you my cool toys. Celeste rocking the Illumina and Hero Ring and Black Belt right now. She also has the Force Shield. So she's got perfect magic defense and basically is untouchable, and if something does try to hit her, she might hit back with that black belt. And also, her sword has a 25% chance of casting Pearl, which is delightful. Mog needs a better weapon, quite frankly. There is one that I could get from the Coliseum. I'm a little mixed opinions on whether or not I want to go get it. I really probably should just go get it, because poor Cyan. That's the short version. It's just poor Cyan. Like, the guy just doesn't do much. Anyway, right now he's got Moogle Charm and the Dragoon Boots, so that if we do get in a fight, he can do jump, but also Moogle Charm to keep us from getting into fights. For now, don't worry, I will take that off at some point. The main thing is I want to get all of the characters before I get too many levels. We have Locke rocking his thief stuff. He's got his 2 weapons set up. He's got the Thief Glove and Genji Glove, so that he can do his 2 attempts at stealing each time he does capture. And then Gao is being Gao over there, wearing mismatched shoes of some Marvel shoes and some Prince shoes. So again, he's got the Marvel shoes that are regen, safe, shell, and haste all in one. And then the sprint shoes just so he can move fast. And then he's got his snow muffler, which is stupidly powerful, basically. So, hey, that only took... Oh, let's just look for... That took way too long. Alright, let's go. So, you might recall... hey, it's the pigeon. You might recall at some point there was a thread we dropped about a pigeon carrying some mail. Bye... So that's our hint to head up that direction. Hey, you? Zozo, never heard of it. this man is dead. Great people here. It's safe here. I don't believe you. Climb the stairs in the building with a cafe sign on it, and you can find a path leading to Mount Zozo. This is Rustrid. You can open that door. Yours for 1,000 GP. I don't know, that seems pretty high, but let's go ahead and buy it. Purchase Rustrid. By the way, I kind of have a lot of GP right now. Yep. That's about all I have to say about that. Is, yep. It has happened. A lot of it... Oh, geez. I don't remember. There's something that drops a ridiculous amount of money. There's also the Cactarots, which most people would know more as Cactars. Those drop like 10,000 every time. So, yeah. Yeah. It ain't bad. Clock secondhand is pointing at something. We don't care. We've already solved this puzzle. It is also nice being able to just run through Zozo without getting attacked. I guess I should mention the encounters here in Zozo proper, not changed. They are still the same deal. Rust dissolved. And welcome to Mount Zozo. Again, we're going to leave our an ice shield. Great. Those are really nice. A red cap. Those are also really nice. Let's just rearrange our stuff real quick. So red cap is actually like really quite good. Raises MP by or HP by a quarter. Almost everybody can use it. That's really nothing to sneeze at. Its defense is a little on the lower side though. So like for somebody say like Locke, who's got the Genji helmet, which is ridiculously high, we'd be giving up 12 defense and it's a bit much. However, for Mog, that might be what we're doing. We're only giving up 2 magic defense at that point, and we are gaining a little bit more vigor. Losing some stamina, losing some magic power, and losing a good chunk of magic power, actually. Ugh. Raising his hit points by a quarter, though. That is a good chunk of hit points. Meh. Red caps are pretty alright, in short. Cool. Can't just jump these gaps. Also, at some point, I will be coming back through here on my own time to actually do the combat stuff and unlock the rages. I've just kind of hit the point where it's like, boy howdy, the Thunder Shield. That one's actually like super quite good right now. Hey, instead of your Flame Shield, you're going to put on a Thunder Shield. So, Thunder Shield, it's a whole 2 defense better than our Flame Shield. Ice Shield is 1 defense better than that. The main thing, though, shields, where are my shields? Thunder Shield. Absorbs thunder elemental attacks, absorbs thunder, no effect from wind, and half damage from both ice and fire. Real good, as it turns out. Also teaches bolt. Who cares? We already all know bolt too. But yeah, again, cutting down the number of elements that can even hit us with these things is really quite nice. So. Yeah, the other, let's try to find one of these other shields real quick. Flame Shield. Flame Shield does have a weakness to water, and the Ice Shield has a weakness to wind. you'll notice that I kind of paused on that and said wind a little bit weird if you listen carefully. Listen carefully, dear viewer. Don't mind me. Again, I had 2 hours of sleep. Forgive me for everything. Insomnia. Do not recommend. Oh, okay. Cool. Wind matters is the short version of everything that I just rambled through. The reason that I kind of hung on the word wind is oh right, that is really important right now. So having a weakness to wind, kind of a bad deal. Also, hey, this Aegis shield that we just picked up randomly evades magic attack, which means it has a plus 40 magic block. That's real good. That's real quite good. So huge defense numbers and a 40% magic block. That is going to essentially help get somebody up to another like perfect defense value, where they will just not be hit by most things. So that's cool. Man, there's some real good stuff up here. Gold hairpin, so we can finally have one of those that is like the halves MP consumed. Actually quite good, though this late in the game it's less required, since we are running into the point where we have plenty enough magic points. Also, I just like this view. It's nice. It's like, it's still green here. There's green, there's like a nice mountain view. It doesn't look like it's the end of the world out here, at least a little bit. Alright. Now we wait. But first, and just in time, I'm pretty sure he is a square away. Where is my dragon horn? Dragon horn. Did he just skip over me? There we go. So this is the Storm Dragon. He has Rage, apparently. That just does a good chunk of damage. What do we want to use? This list is getting quite full, by the way. Let's go for Behemoth. Like, that meteor makes it... The meteor is just real nice. It hits things pretty hard. Doesn't have anything, that's good to know, so we can just move over to fighting. Also, it's worth keeping the capture on Locke. Speaking of Locke, he's the poor boy here, who doesn't have any form of like wind defense, so he actually has to care about, you know, getting attacked. Right. Also, everybody was learning a good chunk of their spells, so well, hey. Sorry, Locke. I'm surprised we haven't seen a pearl, quite frankly. Locke did take the killing blow, though. Good job, Locke. So, well, hey, there we go. Storm Dragon taken care of. Actually, really handily. Kind of surprisingly so. 10 magic points. And got the force armor. That's where that comes from. I was just thinking about it. And also, 5 dragons left. Also, boy howdy, I sure did forget to put espers back on people. I don't think anybody in this crew is still learning anything. I'm waiting until I get down to Gao to be proven wrong. Hey, no, I did finish up things with Gao. Great. So, well, hey, oops, nobody has espers equipped. That's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, so back to our Moogle Charm, and let's go check out our Force Armor. So Aegis Shield is, again, 40% magic block, just magic defense up. 50% damage from Earth, Wind, Lightning, Ice, and Fire, usable by several. This is like one of those armors, what is heavy, but not quite, I guess, technically. But also it has a 30% magic block chance. So just between those two, that's a 70% block chance. So we could... Wow, you have no block chance. Poor Locke. If we really wanted to, we could switch him over to, like, Force Armor. Noticeably lower defense across everything except for magic block. So we'll not do that to him. However, we will probably set up another character with perfect defense. Right, one of the things. Let's just use your magic because... Where do you... 8 casts of this? Yeah, sure. So... The important thing about Cure 3, if I remember correctly, Cure is like, you know, Cure is 1 cure, Cure, surprise, Cure 2 is like, about 3 cures worth of stuff. So the cost makes it worth sticking to Cure usually. Cure 3, however, will, like, restore everybody to full, I'm pretty sure. If not too full, then pretty dang close to it. Wahoo. I'm just gonna move that up just in case we find any more gear that I want to talk about. Speaking of gear, I want to talk about, I did forget one thing. Somewhere in here Right, so we had these creature suits. Like, the creature suits are really cool little bits of armor that we had, like, back in the World Balance, we found, like, the Tabby suit and the Chocobo suit. And as it turns out, those suits just kind of chain through each other in the Colosseum up until they become Genji armor. So it's like it goes through Tabby suit, Chocobo suit, Nutkin suit, which is like a squirrel. I don't know if Nutkins are actually in this game, but they were like a Final Fantasy V enemy. So Nutkin suit, and then Moogle suit. I think that's the order. It might be Moogle then Nutkin, but whatever. The Moogle suit does have the benefit of changing the character sprite to a Moogle, which is just great. Everybody loves Moogles. And then the Behemoth suit, you might recall we got that from fighting the senior Behemoth when we were getting Shadow. You also might notice I have 14 of them now. The senior Behemoth is something on the Veldt. There are 2 packs of it. So essentially every time I'm going through the Veldt grinding loop, I was fighting 2 of those senior behemoths, and every time you fight one, they drop a behemoth suit. Also, the behemoth suit, when you bet at the Colosseum, turns into snow mufflers, which is where I got my snow mufflers from. So, that also should clue you into how many things I've done. Silk flowers, beautifully made too. This sounds familiar. Silk flowers, beautifully made too. Dear Lola, I am writing to beg your forgiveness. I am guilty of perpetuating a terrible lie. I've only now realized the error of my ways. I hope I can correct a great wrong. Your boyfriend, who you thought was in Mobilis, passed away some time ago. I have been writing in his stead. We humans tend to allow the past to destroy our lives. I implore you not to let this happen. It is time to look forward, to rediscover love and embrace the beauty of life. You have so much of life left to live. Cyan. Locked. The world before the fall. Delightful is the light of dawn. Noble is the heart of man. Cyan! Hey, you're alive! Cyan. I shall go with you. I shan't leave this world as it is. But how did you find me? Wait, tell me you didn't read my letters. They're merely a diversion of mine. Cyan, these flowers are gorgeous. This is an outrage. Seriously? Oh, the facepalm is so good. I learned of that poor girl when I passed through Miranda. When I heard that she sent a letter each day but never received any replies, something inside of me snapped. As I wrote to that girl, I realized I was very much like her. I was looking behind, full of despair. My eyes were closed. And then something changed. So this is locked, however... Now where is it? There it is. Found the key to Cyan's treasure chest. Why? I guess this is supposed to be Science B. Why? A child could use this machine. This is a joke. I'll never be afraid of machines again. Found machinery manual and book of secrets. Some books on machinery and book of secrets. What? Alright, hang on. I have a guide open. I'm going to double check what's going on this one. There's a cute pun in this guide, but no, there's nothing. That's it. It's just a guide to machinery and a book of secrets. So, well, hey, we're actually, like, quite done here. That is fine. Let's go ahead and just warp out, because we don't need to walk. Walking is for chumps. Oh. By the way, that 10 points that we may not have any Espers equipped, that 10 points was real good for, you know, Mog and his Paladin Shield and learning Ultima. By the way, I kind of forgot to mention this. I did take the time to learn Ultima with Celeste, of course, because, you know, she's kind of my favorite, obviously, and also Terra because, you know, basically they are the magic powerhouses that are crushing it. What an amazing device! Alright, I'm looking at my clock. We have spent a lot of time talking about things in menus today. Next character on our character tour is Realm. That shouldn't be a surprise, quite frankly. Beans. Beans. I feel like this is going to take longer than I want it to. This one I'm actually a little bit worried about. Because this is like an actual dungeon with an actual boss fight, and there's also like a lot of things that I want to make sure the people here love the opera. There's a lot of encounters that I want to make sure I get, because I don't remember how much of this I can do later. Most unique wrong shells or paintings. You know what? No, we're gonna put this off to next time. We'll just call it a short one. However, we can do one other thing real quick, and that is terrorize. Poor Cyan. So, hey, let's head on south. We're going to go back over to Miranda, but first we are going to switch up our party. Hey, Cyan, guess what? You get to be a leader for a moment. Actually, let's do a quick check-in on Cyan. How's your sword tech doing, buddy? Nowhere new. Absorbs enemy HP, blah, blah, blah. It's really a shame that his sword tech, stuff just never really goes anywhere. It never, gets good. So this is a sword that I would need to get rid of. Actually, I could have him be an imp. We're not missing much if he doesn't have his sword tech, and his magic is pitiful. I just looked. I said that before I looked at his number. That's pitiful. His magic is terrible. So we could just imp him up. I might do that. Because poor Cyan, he's not very great. He just doesn't have much in the way of he just doesn't have the much going on for him in terms of character power. Like, his sword tech doesn't really do anything that is super useful, and his attack power is middling and his magic is pitiful. It puts him in a rough spot character strength-wise. Like, I always kind of liked him as a kid, but that's because, you know, ooh, hey, let me sit here and wait on this bar. Didn't seem like such a bad idea when I didn't know how things worked very well. However, if I just make him an imp and he just gets attack power and defense out the wazoo, then you know what? It's fine. I knew that these flowers and letters weren't sent by my boyfriend. I just didn't want to admit it. I was lying to myself, but I'm all right now. As I read those letters, the pain I felt in my heart became bearable. I'm sure whoever wrote them has suffered greatly. I wish I could meet him. Actually... I guess that was supposed to be Celeste speaking, whatever. Somebody that was not Cyan. Look to the future. We have a lot of life left to live. Cyan exchanged the letters. That... Oh. I feel like I have a future now. I'll take your words to heart. I'll be okay. Well, now I'm curious. If I come in here without Cyan, and could I have read that letter? And this does give him max battle power and defense. That might be worth doing, honestly. Like, it also frees up the Strato for me to just use in the Colosseum, so that I can get the better spear for Mog. Oh. Is that what we're going to do to the end of the episode? I think that's what we're going to do to end the episode. Let's head to the Colosseum, make some mistakes, and live with them. Let's drop... We're going to drop a different save real quick. Yeah. I'll load this up at some point and go check in on that letter, see if I can just read it without. We're gonna shove Celeste back up to the front because, you know, she's the best. Let's go. Let's see what happens when we bet the Strato once I find it in this list of things. So we're aiming for a Pearl Lance. We're fighting an Aquila, which is a bird. How bad of a bird is it, is the real question. The answer seems to be not that bad. Cool. So, Pearl Lance. Congratulations, Mog. You get a heck of a lot more attack power. Like, not quite 50. That's pretty big, actually. Large numbers make the brain go whir. Next up, we are going to look for things in this list. Pearl Lance, here we go. Randomly cast Pearl. Oh. Only Edgar and Mog can use it. It is a Pearl-based weapon. randomly casting Pearl, as it turns out, pretty nice. I think using Jump will prevent that effect from happening, but more importantly, we get that 44 attack power out of it, and that's pretty nice. Yeah, while we're at it, I'm going to go... do I want to do that? Do I want to do that? There's a little thing that we can do that's kind of cheesy, but also, I would kind of like to get it done just because it would really help me in a few of these encounters. Don't mind me just pulling together the power squad. It would really help me in a few of the encounters for the Coliseum if I do things off camera. So we're going to go ahead and do a quick dive. And this is just going to give you an idea of like what the Moogle Charm does to a playthrough. You've already kind of seen it just kind of accelerating a lot of these story things and letting me just go through stuff and get it done, as opposed to having to wait and deal with stuff. So we've seen the stuff about, like, we talked to these guys. They said, hey, you can only use magic on this tower. We can do nothing down here right now. Treasure, treasure. And also somebody said something about like a secret. But because we have the Moogle Charm, we can just go up the tower and steal the things. So we have that safety bit. And there was somebody, this might have been the information that we paid for right before not saving. Somebody said, hey, to the right of the treasure chest. And then air anchor. So the air anchor is apparently good, I guess. Let's just arrange things so it will pop up in this list somewhere. The air anchor, enemy becomes self-destructive. Okay. That sounds pretty rad. I don't remember how this works actually, but the air anchor is apparently a really good tool for Edgar, so well, hey, we'll just leave that up there. And also, let's go ahead and try something. We're going to actually give you the Marvel shoes because it doesn't... We have the problem where things don't matter right now in terms of a lot of stuff that we usually care about. Let's go ahead and try to get into a fight. So the whole gimmick of this tower is that you can't attack. You can only use magic, and that also cuts out rages, which is kind of brutal. You know what? Let's have a bit of fun. Let's cast Ultima. Got a good 5 magic points out of that, but more importantly, we got the clear on that encounter. Magic urns are apparently a very good rage for defensive purposes. They basically sit there and cast, like, I think, if I read it right, it will basically make Gao cast Cure 3. So as you can see, the Moogle Charm kind of trivializes this entire tower. So that's the only dive we're going to do with the Moogle Charm equipped, is just getting those 2 items, the safety bit, the air anchor, and also getting that that clear. So why the safety bit? Why is that important? So we have this memento ring that protects against fatal attacks. So that covers only certain people can use this, Shadow and Realm specifically. However, the safety bit is for everyone. It prevents death attacks from kicking off. And a lot of the Colosseum fights involve instant death attacks. So it makes that real good, in short. So it's a really, really useful item for doing a lot of the Colosseum fights. So that's just going to make things smoother on my end. This is door, right? Yes. So, well, hey. That should wrap it up for today, I think. Yeah, okay. That got a little bit chunkier than I was expecting it to. Towards the end, there was a lot more menuing than I was expecting. Sorry. It happens, but it's very much just like, oh hey, like, you know, little kid with an action figure. Oh hey, let me show you this one, and they do this, and they do this. And yeah, great. We have real good setups on several of our characters. Like, again, maxed out battle power, maxed out magic block. Celeste is an immune beast who can cast Ultima. Mug, working on Ultima, but also has that, like, not the maxed out battle power, but does have maxed out defense, really good magic defense. And then also a 62% magic block, which is great, and also some... I really wish there was some way to check your, like, immunities and resistances, like what you absorb, what you take no damage from, what you take half damage from, and what you're weak to. I really, really wish there was some way to view that in the screen and not having to, like, go unequip everything, go into the items list, and then double check the lineup of things. Locke is honestly... He's getting a little screwed over by the Genji glove nonsense that I do, but also I do it because I want him to have that, I want him to have that, the double steal. That's all it comes down to, is I just want him to be able to double steal. And these shields are really good. I think... Like, I've been kind of thinking about, like, my final layout of items and equipment and stuff, and, like, I think I'm going to throw this Aegis Shield to Terra, and remove her Genji Glove for reasons. It will be replaced with something very cool that we'll get to later. But she'll have Atma Weapon, Aegis Shield, she has a Minerva, so she already has, like, really solid, magic defense. I don't know if we'll get her all the way up to pure, like, you know, completely magic secure, but, you know, close enough to it. Where the heck is armor? I'm really torn on whether I want to give this to Locke or not, because half damage from several things is real good. And at least gives him something, like... This is kind of costly in a lot of ways. But the half damage from several elements, and also the 30%, you know, block chance, pretty good. Pretty good. And the Genji helmet can kind of help shore him up on things. We will also, at some point, find another wing edge for him. That Thunder Shield, I do dig it a lot. Anyway, we are deep in menu land. Don't mind me. Again, like... Things are coming together. We have, like, a lot of really interesting tools and gear that we can start doing, like, these really wild builds. And, like, having the internet at hand and all of these walkthroughs, and not having to, like, slowly work my way through the entirety of the item list in the Colosseum to determine if anything is actually worth doing, and then when I do find something that's worth betting, immediately getting destroyed because I don't understand the strategy of the Colosseum. Oh, those things, like... It makes it to where you can just kind of crack this game open in the latter half if you are looking things up, or if you're just figuring out things out for yourself. You can still figure out these conversations and these sorts of deals, but like it's important to know about like things like the evade bug, and you know it's also always important to know about the sketch glitch so you don't accidentally destroy all your saves. Oh, I had one more thought. Right, it was speaking of the Coliseum. So like the safety bit, like the whole reason of going out and getting the safety bit. Whereas before we only had memento rings, and the safety bit is like really kind of important and like something that covers one other person. The memento ring only being able to be used by Shadow and Realm, it does put Shadow into a unique position that actually makes him really good for the Coliseum. The first thing is like his throw command can't be used by the AI. It's going to meander, maybe. This is where we're going next. We're going into this house. This is next time. This is for next episode. Preview upcoming attractions. This house. There. A better parking spot, I suppose. But yeah, Shadow's throw command doesn't come up in the Coliseum because it would actually have to like use your resources. So for those reasons or whatever, it is not allowed to come up in the Coliseum command list, which means he either attacks or does magic. And that basically makes him much more focused than other characters. Whereas like you saw at the end of last time with Celeste running into the Coliseum and then just like occasionally just using Runic several times in a row. So it's essentially just a stall and nothing happens. Maybe she, you know, absorbs the magic, but she doesn't need to. She is a beast. That actually makes, again, Shadow just becomes actually like really good at the Coliseum stuff. Anyway, I am rambling really, really hard. I've had 2 hours of sleep. I'm sorry. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. Okay, let's call it an episode. I've rambled more than enough. You've stared at more than enough menus, and I've been standing here in the same place for another minute. This keeps happening. I'm sorry, but apparently not sorry enough to stop. Oh, thank you very much for watching and putting up with my nonsense. I've been Bryce. This has been VHS Play. Have yourself a lovely evening.